Welcome back to the channel. This is where we talk about building a six-figure online fitness business. That is what we do here. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 different ways we get leads from social media. So 4 different methods. We're going to talk about how many leads we need, how many calls we're expected to book, and how many sales that we're going to get off the back of that. I'm going to break down exactly how you run each system so you've got a well-rounded idea of how to generate leads from your social media. So there's 4 different kinds of leads that we get through our social media. There's promotion-based leads, there's direct leads, indirect leads, and engagement-based leads, okay? And I'm gonna break down exactly what these are and then talk about the individual numbers that we need to hit in order to move forward. So when I work with clients in my program, initially, we try and optimize everything to generate 10 sales a month for their online coaching programs. That's because when you just start in your online fitness business and you're under 6 figures, you can't generally onboard more than 10 or 15 clients like within 1 month. You want to make sure that people have a good experience. You want to make sure that people are onboarded correctly. You want to make sure that you're not selling so fast that you're spitting people out of the back of your service. So we try and limit most people to 10 and make sure they get good retention going on from there. So I'm going to talk to you with all the numbers around the 10 sales a month mark. So the first kind of leads we have is promotion-based leads, okay? Now, in our systems, we generally run a promotion once a month. That can be anywhere from 3 to 5 days, where we actually post on social media actively looking for clients. So at the time of filming this video, the weather's just getting a little bit nicer. We're at the start of March, end of February. It's actually the last day of February today. So one of the campaigns that we're able to start thinking about or running now is a spring campaign. Spring is going to happen at some point in March, but we can start putting together spring campaigns for personal trainers in order to remind people that it's almost getting towards summer and summer holidays, all right? So what our coaches will do is they will have a template of 3 to 5 days worth of campaigns, tells them exactly what the program is, why it's so important, what the results they're going to get, what's included, and how to apply. And we basically break that down over 3 posts. It generally takes about 5 days. And this is one of the main ways you can generate leads for your coaching business. A lot of coaches do not ask nearly enough to get clients. They think it's weird, they think it's salesy, they think it's sleazy. But in reality, if you don't ask, you don't get. So you have to make sure that you plan this into your diary every single month. Now, from your promotion inquiries, around 80% of those people generally book a call. Okay, you will get some people that inquire and then don't end up joining, don't end up booking a call. 80% of your promotion-based leads should end up booking a call, which means that if you're looking to make 10 sales, you're generally going to need around 20 calls. For a lot of you, depending on the price of your program, you might even get away with less, but let's just go with the averages of 20 calls, which then means you're going to need 25 leads from your promotion in order to make 10 sales. Now, if you do that, this can be your sole lead source. I don't advise that. I think it's good to have a blend of all of them, just in case one thing doesn't quite come off right for you, or it doesn't, maybe you get something wrong with it, or it doesn't quite pull all of its weight. So you have to have a balanced approach, but you can just literally make all the sales that you need from individual elements if you do it correctly. So 25 leads would get you 20 calls booked, which would generally get you 10 sales. Now, you need to obviously make sure that you've got enough followers and you've got enough eyeballs on that promotion to generate those 25 leads. But there's other ways that you can do it as well. You can send direct messages to people that have inquired previously. You can ask ex-clients if they'd like to rejoin the program on the new promotion. You can ask your clients to refer people to the promotion, and you can also partner up with other businesses. You can even run ads to your promotions as well. Not something that I'd recommend for complete beginners, but that works too. So that's promotion-based leads. That's probably the easiest and simplest one to pull off if you've got the right strategy and if you've got the right templates. The next part is direct leads, okay? Now, direct leads are people that have reached out to you from seeing your posts, seeing your results, and want to work with you. They are actively looking for help and actively looking for coaching. So these will come from 3 parts of your content plan. First one being your social proof post, so anything that's like a testimonial, a case study, or a client result. The second way they would come through is from your connection and story-based posts, okay? So any posts that you make that are around your personal values, around your story of how you got into training, around the stories around your life and how you've managed to get your results, all those connection style posts will trigger emotions in people, which will then lead them to reach out to you and ask about coaching. You will also get direct inquiries from new followers. So one of the ways that people buy is they will land on your page, they'll like the look of what you do, they'll binge some of your content, they'll make their mind up, and they'll reach out to you. So for direct leads, it's not quite as heavy as the promotional based one, but you would still expect 50% of the people that reach out to you to book a call, and then you close half of them, meaning you would need around 50 leads in order to get 10 sales. So this one, it takes a little bit of skill with copyright and it takes a little bit of skill with content, but you can work that out. If you want to know how to make that kind of content and also how to do anything in this video, what kind of messages to send to people to book them on calls, how to actually run the calls, how to take the calls, there's a link in the description below to join my free business academy. All you need to do is click that link. It will give you access to all of our tools, all of our templates where you can implement this yourself. So the third way that we can generate leads is indirect leads, okay? Now this is people that may not actively be looking for coaching, but they are looking for help with a problem that you can solve. So this comes from posts like lead magnets, like stories around free trainings, like you saying, I will help you with this thing, whether it's a recipe book, whether it's a training guide, whether it's any form of resource, ebook, YouTube video training, whatever it is that you create for your clients, you can repackage and use as a lead magnet to get people to go, hey, I'm the kind of person that you work with. I've got the problems that you solve. Can I please have your resource? Now, when you have those conversations with people, around 20% of the people that need the resource will actually consider the coaching. So if you have 100 people that reach out for a resource over the course of a month, you should be aiming to book around 20% of those, which would be 20 people, onto a sales call, and therefore you can generate 10 sales. And finally, engagement-based leads, okay? This is the most difficult to get onto calls and it requires the most volume, but it is the simplest and easiest one to get started. So when you see a lot of business coaches talking about DMing and doing outreach, this is kind of what they mean. We call these engagement-based leads. They haven't realistically said that they want a resource from us or that they need help. They haven't directly inquired about the program. We don't even really know if the target market yet, but if we need to generate numbers and we need to generate sales from our coaching program, it is a way that we can generate leads. So that would mean reaching out to new followers, people that engage with your posts, people that engage with your stories, or anyone that shows an interest in the content that you create. Now, this is where there's a little bit more of a volume style approach because only 2.5% to 5% of these leads will end up booking on calls. This is where you get that understanding of where people say send 50 or 100 messages a day. That's not a blanket statement. That's just because they're probably running engagement-based lead generation. This is actually the thing that we put at the lowest because it's the hardest one to convert and it's the one that takes the most effort, the most time and the most energy. But you've got to make ends meet. If you've got targets to hit, you've got targets to hit. So 2.5% to 5% of these people will book. That will mean that to get 20 sales calls a month, you will need to do between 400 and 800 messages to engagement leads in order to get them booked onto calls. So this is the most labor intensive. Once our clients start making some money, this is something that we generally delegate and hire out, but it is still a viable and effective way to grow your business. So don't sleep on it, especially if you're getting used to writing promotions. You're not getting many people directly outreach because you're still working on your story-based content and you're not great at generating lead magnets yet. You're going to have to run to the engagement method. But what I would do if I was you now, look at all of these numbers and think, okay, where do my strengths lie? Am I really great at storytelling? If so, focused on your direct leads. Am I really good at making resources and trainings and PDFs for my clients to use? Work on more indirect leads. Are you really good at hyping and running promotions? Aim for more promotion-based leads. Or if you just got a bit of the gift of the gab, get in your inbox and generate leads through engagement. Whichever it is you use, there's no right or wrong. We generally use a mix of every single one for our clients. It gives them the best scope and it also gives them the best safety that they learn a rounded skill set in order to be able to generate leads in different ways. But that's something that's very useful to know. Again, if you need any help with the implementation of this, if you don't know what to say, if you don't know how to make these posts, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, click the link below in the description. There's a free online business academy that you can join. We'll show you how to do all of this. If you've got any questions or anything like that, you can either ask me here in the comments or ask me there. Now, if you get value from these videos and it's something that helps you with your business, I'm just going to ask you one thing. Please share this or recommend the channel to a friend. I'm looking to grow this channel. I'm looking to reach more people and help more people. And make sure you subscribe to the channel too. See you next time.